An audience who just likes to learn something from you probably might end up being a selfish audience. Every product, every offer that you create is an art, and you should be proud of that. If you decide to pivot your business or your brand, then they are the ones who will be the first to leave. How I'm changing my life in 2024. Well, the first thing is I am publishing my book, and it is a dream that I have in my heart for as long as I can remember, like since I was a kid, because my parents showed me the importance of reading a lot. So I was an only child for the first 10 years of my life. So as an only child, of course, you're alone, and so you spend a lot of time after school and after activities like in your books and reading, writing, all of that. I want my books to make people feel the same way that some of those books that I read as a kid made me feel, like the Harry Potter books or like Nancy Drew novels. And granted, they're fiction, and I'm writing a non-fiction right now, and who's to say I might write a fiction in the future. Never say never. But I feel like even if the book helps a few people change their life for the better and believe in themselves so much more, my job is done. I have a whole idea of launching the book and the marketing plan and all the offers I can bring out around it, and I can sell around it, and maybe there's an opportunity to like be a part of the book launch as well, if you are a part of my community. So I'm so excited thinking about all of these ideas and the book coming out and kind of doing a book tour and things like that. At the same time, it's also scary as well, having to do it for the first time without any publisher or without any professional help as well. So like it feels very overwhelming. But all I'm telling myself is just like I need to get it out. It doesn't matter if it's not hitting any bestseller list or it's not like selling hundreds of thousands of copies. Like that's not the goal. The goal is to get it out. The goal is to put out a book that I'm proud of, that it does the job of maybe helping 10 people. I think that would be kind of cool. The problem with writing a book is it's hard, yes, but it also lacks any gratification. Like you post a post on social media, you get instant gratification in terms of likes, comments, views. But with a book, like it's your slogging for years on end in my case, and there's no feedback and there's no guarantee of how well it will do. It will sell or it won't sell. Will people read or will not read? And so like there's a lot of doubt that you go through. And I have currently completed like 2 drafts of my book, and I'm sure I have to go through like probably a few more to make it really good, to make it to the quality that I want to be proud of before it gets published. It takes a lot of work. If it's hard, then it's a good thing because you are able to build a moat around you and your brand. And if it's hard, probably not a lot of people will be able to do it. And kind of focusing on the long-term gratification and long-term brand building instead of just sacrificing the brand for like quick views, immediate money, immediate launches, things like that. So I think this is one of the biggest things that I'm shifting my mindset around, like doing something for years, putting your head down and getting it done rather than like launching new things every month or creating a brand that maybe looks good in the short term but in the long term you kind of end up hating. That's kind of what I'm thinking about these days, and being mindful about the kind of brand that I want to create in the next 5 to 10 years. Another thing that's been on my mind a lot is focusing on building a YouTube brand and also focusing on building a community and not just an audience, because an audience who just likes to learn something from you probably might end up being a selfish audience, which it's all right, everyone is selfish. But if they don't care about anything else, or they don't relate to you as a human, or they don't find value in other people who are following you and being in community with other people, then if big life changes happen, or if you decide to pivot your business or your brand, then they are the ones who will be the first to leave, and that's okay. But we want to be proud of the brand that we create. So the loyal fan base that you have, I really like this essay which is called the 1000 True Fans. I forget the name of the author, but you can Google it. It shares that even if you have 1000 true fans, it changes your business and your brand forever. And that's my goal, to have a loyal community rather than having transactional audience by posting content like tips and hacks and money making schemes and all of that. Rather than that, I would like them to follow me for me and hopefully the value that the community brings. And that is one of the big goals for 2024. The third thing is more artist trips. So artist trips is actually one of the chapters and one of the concepts that I created for my book, because I love the idea of going somewhere in a new country, in a new place, staying in a place, kind of living with the locals, learning more about another culture while also working on your dream art project. I like to call myself as an artist these days, much more than an entrepreneur, not just because of the paintings I created, yes, but more so because every product, every offer that you create is an art, and you should be proud of that. And yes, the goal is to make money as an entrepreneur, but the goal is also to impact a lot of people, and hopefully that art gives joy or something to think about to people who consume it. And artist trips is one of my favorite ways to like work on that big artistic project that you in your heart want to work on, but you know you're putting it away because of other priorities. Like for me, the book took so long and is taking so long to write is because I always prioritize working on my main business because it gives me short-term gratification, like obviously likes, views, money, etc. But then also kind of forcing myself to go on these beautiful artist trips, new places, meeting new people, and working on that big project and getting it done. Like the first artist trip I went on this year was in Sidam and Bali, and I completed the first draft of my book over there. The recent one, I went to Langkawi in Malaysia, and I completed the second draft of my book there. And while in my day-to-day environments and work operation, it gets hard to take time out of the day to work on that, but kind of going on a whole trip to get it done, it just lights my heart up so much. I feel like it is a great way to get it done. Anything that you have been like putting it off for later because it's not making any money or whatever, like just go on a trip, get it done. I promise you, you will feel much more fulfilled. That's how I'm changing my life in 2024, along with like a lot of hobbies like painting and dancing and traveling as well. So let me know if you have any questions about this. If you yourself are making one or two or three big changes for 2024, in the comments, let me know. I want to hear from you. If you see a comment that you like, go ahead and interact and engage with one another as well. And as always, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you like these videos. This is Roota, and I'll see you in the next one.